and I thought my jokes were bad. Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the brand new, newly announced Hot Toys 1/6 scale Artisan Rooted Hair Joker by Hot Toys. So this is obviously based on Heath Ledger's likeness from the movie The Dark Knight from the Dark Knight Trilogy. Massive fan of that trilogy. I have the rooted in art Joker, but I can just see it. So they finally done this. They finally come out after, which is now like well over a year of speculation, because the in art rooted 2-pack or the in art Joker was released in or announced, I think it was March 2022. They finally delivered, early, maybe late last year, early this year. I know some people are still waiting on theirs, and there's been speed bumps along the way and all that, but they finally gone and done it. They have released a rooted hair Joker. I had a quick look at these images just on my phone on Facebook, because they Hot Toys obviously put this announcement up on their official Hot Toys Facebook. I don't think they've actually hit Instagram yet, along with a bunch of other things like an Iron Man and some other things that I don't know what they are, and I think they have a Spider-Man Venomizer or something like that. But anyway, look, we're here to talk about this. So, this is the Hot Toys Joker. It's 1/6 scale. It is part of their new Artisan series that the Anakin with rooted hair, which is kind of teased last week and seems to have gone up for, I suppose, will go up for a pre-order later on today. Alright, so what is it? It's rooted hair. It says, if you look at the bottom here, this is part of their DX series. So they haven't done away with their DX series. This is just the DX Now series with this stunning hair craftsmanship. I have a little bit of an issue with that. I had a really good English teacher when I was in school, and he said when you're writing, the best thing you do is you don't tell, right? You show, you don't tell. You don't say the character is very strong. You show him, defending himself or attacking someone or something like that. You don't say the character is very, very smart. You show them solving some sort of a problem, So here they're saying stunning hair craftsmanship. However, if you remember back, Anakin was teased with those 3 photos. The Anakin that went up today, that was officially kind of announced today on their Hot Toys Facebook, was actually teased with 3 stunning photos last week, which would have broke the internet had it not been for the same figure being showcased in Sideshow and the hair looking not too artisan or not too stunning. So hopefully it turns out the way the prototype images are, and maybe that thing was pulled through the mills. That one that was on show on the Sideshow Con was dragged to the mills, and maybe that's the issue. My first impression of this is, I don't think the sculpt is all the way there. I think that I'm just calling it like I see it. Maybe you think this is A1. Maybe you think this is much better than the in-art root sculpt. I'm saying straight out, based on this image, strange choice with the tongue. And I don't think the head sculpt is as good as the in-art Joker rooted 2-pack. I've said it, there it is. Each to your own. If you think this is better, good for you. So, it's not by any means a bad sculpt. It's really important that if you're watching this and you've taken some sort of offense by me saying that I don't think it's as good as the in-art Joker sculpt, just bear in mind I'm not trashing this, it's just an opinion. So I can obviously see Heath Ledger here, I can obviously see the Joker character here. It is a good sculpt, but I don't think it's as good as the in-art product, to be honest. And the thing is, it's not even a case that I have the in-art one, I won't get this. There rarely is a Dark Knight piece that comes up for pre-order that I don't show an interest in. I never rule out, there's certain things I will rule out straight away, like sequels. I'll never buy a sequels figure. Clone Wars, as good as the Clone Wars is, I don't collect the animated Clone Wars season, rule them out. But with the Dark Knight, it's nearly the opposite. By default, I am interested, and then some pieces I choose not to get. Right, so what can I see from here? Okay, you got the coat, the tailoring looks good, the proportions in this photo anyway looks good. It comes with the grenades and the thread and all that. You've got the chain wallet here, and so the tailoring looks good. The sculpt does look good. The rooted hair, I'm just a bit skeptical, because I think if the Anakin, those 3 photos they showed of Anakin with the rooted hair, the Revenge of the Sith light side Anakin that they teased last week, if those photos had broke and they were posted before the actual product that Sideshow had on display with the kind of rooted hair that didn't look so good. I think if those photos broke first, it would have broke the internet. But I think I'm a bit conscious now of, will the hair actually turn out like this? Because I think if you think back to the in-art rooted prototype images, the hair looked a lot better than this here. And whether there's a downgrade or not between prototype to final product, that's to be seen. Some people got their rooted Jokers and the hair wasn't good. Sad to say, but that's not my problem. My one was good, and I had issues with my one. I had separate issues with my one. It definitely wasn't perfect, but the ones that I got, I was very, very happy with the rooted hair. Right, so let's take a look at this. The tongue, very, very strange choice. So it says separate rolling, I'll move this out of the way, separate eyeball rolling system and 2 styles of expressions. Now I wonder, how is that? Is there 2 heads? Maybe there's 2 heads. I can't see a seam. How would they do that? I think you can't have a swap out faceplate with this, I presume. Can the mouth move? I doubt it. I'd say there's maybe 2 different head sculpts. I'd imagine that's the way to do it. Like, it does look good. It does look good. Like, I mean, I've had I think it was the MMS. It was either the MMS 67 or 68. Good figure for its time. Definitely dated. I've seen the DX11, the sculpted hair one, which was like the creme de la creme for a while, but now you can pick them up cheap. I've seen that in person. I don't think that's particularly good, but that is 10 years old. So in terms of Hot Toys, this is their best 1/6 scale I think they've ever done. Is it as good as the in-art Joker from these for these particular photos? I'm gonna say no. I'm trying to look at that coat. Is that the same coat underneath? It is indeed, yeah. So strange seeing it displayed like that, but I mean, it's just, maybe it's because I don't think we ever see him in the movie displayed like that. But the tailoring's good. Highly accurate recreation of jacket's fabric. Flap collar rests. So they do miss S's from time to time. So maybe if you're worried about that Prey tees being just a collectible, maybe it is actually collectibles. So flap collar rests perfectly on the chest. But then again, I'm pretty sure these people's English is a lot better than my Chinese, because I speak no Chinese. Custom cutting, minimized tugging and wrinkles, superior lining aesthetics. Okay, so they're showcasing basically their tailoring. That image looks pretty good. I think it's the one with the tongue isn't on point for me. The hair looks good there, looks good from back there. It seems to have some sort of product in. I hope it comes pre-styled. This cannot possibly come in a clamshell. They've got to do something like InArt does by putting them in the tubes and protecting them. But unlike my ones, which were rattling around inside the tubes when I got them, that's not cool. So maybe Hot Toys will actually do a better transportation mechanism on that. I don't think the hair looks all the way there though, to be quite honest. So like this, I'm looking like, okay, this is the exact pose that I have the InArt one there. But when I look up at that, I see something from a movie. From here, I don't know, is the head a bit too small or something with the hair here that I'm not seeing? Trying to look, I'm trying to compare the two of them. Maybe I'm incredibly biased because I have the InArt one, but the thing is, it's like I said at the start of the video, when it comes to the Dark Knight, like I can't immediately rule something out and say no. Like, I've got the DX19, but I've got the quarter scale in last week. Like, it's just, I'm a massive fan of this particular series. I'll always find a way to display them in different ways, so I can't rule it out straight away. But then again, this is, I think, limited to 3,000, and do I really want to go chase this when I have 2 versions of this already? Although this might be significantly cheaper than the InArt version and not behind a paywall, because the InArt Joke, if you remember the 2-pack, to get the rooted, you needed to go with the 2-pack. So this could be maybe a cheaper alternative for those who want an InArt, want a Heath Ledger Joker with rooted hair and not have to buy 2, in fairness. I want to flick through and see. That image looks pretty good. I'm not buying that tongue sculpt. I can't even remember that from the movie. That looks good. That looks good. No, the tongue sculpt, strange design choice. So what to have? Fine, soft velvet fabric, perfectly made in 1/6 scale. Again, they're doing that thing where it's like, it's perfectly made. It's very high quality, guys. I think that's up for us to judge and us to decide and us to vote with our wallets, like, you know. So then I know they've got to highlight different things, but when they say, like, you know, they could say like fine soft velvet material fabric made in 1/6 scale, but throwing in the perfectly, it's like, isn't that for us to interpret? Form-fitting tailor for all layers of clothing, precise cutting drapes naturally on the shoulders, wired coat allows posing freely. Yeah, the inart has that. Natural and realistic weathering effect. Again, a lot of this seems a bit too little, too late, and in the wrong place. All right, so the Artisan edition. When I hear Artisan, I just get hungry for some reason. It's like, you know, Artisan pizza or Artisan food or Artisan breakfast or whatever. But look, I get what they're saying. So this is like, you have the regular Hot Toys, you got the DX. Now this is the DX Artisan edition, which I presume is the ones with the rooted hair and stuff like that. I'm interested to see if that Anakin comes with real leather. So separate eyeball rolling system and 2 different styles of expression. I can't. I don't know. I still can't see. Is it 2 sculpts? Or can you move them out or something like that? It has to be 2 sculpts, surely. You've got wool hair implantation. Fine. Yeah, the hair. I think the hair looks okay. The hair looks okay. But I think when I think back to the original prototype images of the in-art Joker, which is inevitably going to be compared to, I still think the in-art rooted prototype images were better, and I still think what I have on my shelf looks better than this, and I'm concerned because I've yet to see a Hot Toys, not prototype, but product with rooted hair that looked good. Okay, now maybe this is them, like they do everything great. They're fantastic at sculpted hair. They make fantastic sculpts. 90% of the time they hit the mark with the sculpts, the paint apps, the tailoring, you know, the proportions. I know their articulation varies from figure to figure, but for me, I collected a realism. So they have every single aspect of their game tight, like 90% of the time. But the hair, the rooted hair, is they need to get that down. And if they get that down, now something I've just noticed here. So I'll go down through this anyway. So wool hair implantation, you got this diorama base with 2 LED lighting modes. The in-art one doesn't actually light up. You got a bunch of swap out arms. You've got the cards and the money and stuff like this. And this is something here. This is a selling point here. So this machine gun, this is the one that I have mine posed up with from the Hit Me scene. In-art comes with that. So did the grenades and the clips and all that stuff, the knife and stuff. Now he comes with a bunch of different knives. He comes with like a potato peeler and stuff. The in-art Joker only comes with one, it's the blade that, see, it has the black handle and it's like the flick knife, it pushes up. It doesn't come with like the potato peeler or this array of different knives. I think this is from the scene when he's arrested and they're taking the stuff out of his pockets and they find all this stuff. Also, this guy comes with the shotgun. I think the shotgun is when he gets it in the bank scene at the start and then uses it throughout the movie. The in-art Joker doesn't come with that, so I have to be really, I just want to be accurate in what I'm saying here. And I gotta go back out and see. Did they do a sculpted as well? I have no idea what the price is going to be on this one. So I can see, is there anything else? Yeah, here's the sculpted one here now as well. Right, so the I'm sorry, but that sculpt with the tongue is not it. It's not it. It kind of looks like Heath Ledger, but it just takes me out of it. I don't think that's a good sculpt. First impressions. This is literally my first impression. I have not seen. I've took the photos at the rooted on Facebook on my phone. Very dark. This particular sculpted hair, very, very dark. I think perhaps the sculpted hair might look a little better than the sculpted hair on the in-art one, but the in-art one was very green and this one is very, very dark, so I think the truth lies somewhere in between the two of them. Seems to come with everything the same, separate eyeballs rolling function, 2 different styles of expression. It has to be 2 different head sculpts. Custom made, all the same things, same accessories. Yeah, I don't know. I want to actually, another thing I want to check here. I want to check, is this Artisan one limited? So yeah, let's just, this one here, does it say it's limited? This is definitely the rooted one. Yeah, this is an exclusive release available for limited to 4,000 pieces. This time we've worked closely with Derek Kwok I definitely butchered that. I apologize. Hong Kong film director. Hey, Christopher Nolan fanatic himself. Okay. So that's 4,000. And then the sculpted one, is there any limitation on the sculpted one? I can't see any number there. Yeah, look, in conclusion, look, we all knew this was happening. I was anticipating, or hoping, not anticipating, I was hoping for the Nurse Joker, because if it was good, I probably would have picked that up. That's what I was hoping for. But look, this one here, it's not for me. As much as, you know, I do, you know, love Hot Toys and they make spectacular products. From what I see here, I'm happier with the Rooted In Art 2-pack that I have. That's in my collection. I'm happy with it. It's staying in my collection. I'm not going to delve into this. I'm not going to go into the rat race. I don't need another Rooted Hair Joker. Also, I do believe it's an inferior Rooted Hair Joker. There's going to be hot takes. There's going to be people, you know, Hot Toys loyalists going to be saying that this is a piece of shit and stuff like that. This is not a piece of shit, okay? This is a high quality figure. Hopefully the Rooted turns out as good as this. But like this, I think there's going to be a bit of bashing over the next week or two, whatever. So in conclusion, I think this is a solid figure, but I think it's too late. And I do think it's a step below, at least one step, maybe two steps below the in-art product. Yeah, look, that's my opinions on this. So I'm curious to hear your opinions. Try to keep respectful in the comment section, folks. I know this is going to be an emotive one, but look, that's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking this one up or not, and let me know which one do you think is better, based on the prototype, or prototype, the final product. Do you think this one's better, or do you think the in-art's better? In this particular case, I do think in-art has the edge. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.